Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're on a mission to fix any broken process, and I mean for good. And our secret weapon, a powerful 5-step framework known as Dmaic. Let's get right into it. You've been there, right? You slap a quick fix on a problem at work, you put out a fire, but then, a few weeks later, it's back. It feels like you're constantly fighting the same battles over and over again. So the real question is, how do you actually break that cycle for good? Well, the answer is to stop guessing and start using a structured, data-driven approach. Meet DMAIC. That's DMAIC. It stands for Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, and Control. You should think of it as the ultimate playbook for any improvement mission. It's how you turn total chaos into calm, predictable, and stable results. So here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to walk through all 5 stages of the DMAIC mission. We'll start by charting the course and go all the way to the end, where we make sure we maintain our hard-won gains. Okay, every mission needs a starting point, and that is stage 1, define. Look, it's pretty simple, right? You can't solve a problem if you don't really truly understand it. This is where we write the mission brief. The whole objective here is to get crystal clear. You have to be able to state exactly what the problem is, what success is going to look like, and, this is a big one, what's in and what's out of scope for the project. Getting this right from the start is what stops projects from spiraling out of control later. And to do this, teams use some really specific intelligence gathering tools. The project charter, that's your official mission document. Voice of the customer sessions, make sure you're solving a problem people actually care about. And a SIBOC diagram, well, that gives you that 30,000-foot view of the entire process, showing every supplier, input, process, output, and customer involved. And this right here gives you a great idea of a key takeaway from this phase. What you're seeing is a high-level process map. A simple visual like this is incredibly powerful because it gets everyone, the whole team, on the exact same page about where this project begins and where it ends. No confusion. All right, mission defined. Now we move to stage 2, measure. This is where we stop talking and start gathering the evidence. So the goal in the measure phase is all about putting numbers to the problem. Before we even think about changing a single thing, we need to understand how the process is performing right now with cold, hard data. This creates our baseline, our before picture, that we can use later to prove our fix actually worked. But here's the thing, you can't just collect any old data. It has to be reliable. A data collection plan, make sure you're systematic. And something called a measurement system analysis, or MSA, is basically a quality check on your measuring tools. I mean, if your data is flawed, your entire project is built on sand. You know the saying, garbage in, garbage out, right? And all that careful work leads to something like this, a control chart. It plots your process data over time, and it makes the performance and the variation super clear to see. This becomes the official before photo for our project. Okay, we've got solid data. Now we enter the real heart of the mission. Stage 3, analyze. This is where the team puts on their detective hats and gets to work. Now this is so important. We're not just looking at the symptoms here. The goal is to use that data we collected to drill down and find the true root cause of the problem. Because think about it, if you only fix a symptom, the problem's just going to pop up again later. But if you eliminate the root cause, it's gone for good. And detectives need their tools, right? Well, there's a whole arsenal for this investigation. A fishbone diagram helps you brainstorm all the potential causes. The 5 whys is a beautifully simple technique where you just keep asking why to get to the core of the issue. And for the real data nerds, you can use statistical tools like hypothesis testing to scientifically prove which potential cause is the real villain. So what does this look like in the real world? Well, these samples give you a taste. You might use a distribution curve to see how your data is spread out, or a fishbone diagram to map every single possible cause related to people, methods, or machines. We've identified our target. The root cause is in our sights. Now we move to the action phase. Stage 4, improve. It's finally time to develop and roll out a solution. Now, the goal here is not to just jump on the first idea that sounds good. It's to brainstorm a whole range of potential solutions, test the best-looking ones on a small scale, that's called a pilot, and only then do you implement the one that's been proven to work. To do this the smart way, teams use tools like an impact effort matrix to figure out which solutions give you the biggest bang for your buck.
Pilot testing is absolutely critical for lowering the risk of a full-scale rollout. And of course, you create updated standard operating procedures, or SOPs, to document the new, much better way of working.
And here it is, the after picture. An updated process flow diagram, just like the one you see here, is a visual map of the new, more efficient process. This becomes the new blueprint for success. But wait, don't pop the champagne just yet. The mission isn't over. We have arrived at the final and, you could argue, the most important stage of all, control. This is all about making sure the improvements actually stick.
Honestly, this is where so many projects fail. The goal of the control phase is to make sure the process doesn't slowly slide back into its old, broken habits. You have to build a system to monitor performance and lock in the gains you worked so hard for. This is what separates a one-time fix from a real, lasting change.
So the tools for this stage are all about embedding that change for the long haul. A control plan document outlines exactly how the process will be monitored. KPI dashboards make the performance visible to everybody, and a formal handover to the process owner makes sure someone is officially responsible for the new standard. And this final sample gives you a peek at what that system looks like. You can see the control plan and the new monitoring charts that become the day-to-day tools for the team. They make sure the process stays stable and performs at its new, much higher level. And with that, the mission is complete. The gains are locked in. So there you have it, the 5 stages of DMAIC. It's a journey from a fuzzy problem to a controlled, high-performing process. It is a proven map for any improvement mission. Now you have the map. So the only question left is, what broken process are you going to fix first?